Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy 8 p.m. And I'd be surprised if anyone was on this exact second because I just pressed start. But anyway, so today is a little bit of I guess, a bonus live stream today. I don't normally shoot on Sundays. Sunday's my day off from stream, but I decided I'm going to do today because I kind of messed up yesterday and I forgot to mention that I was not going to stream last night because I was at my best friend's wedding. All right. So we're on today, and I'm looking forward to a good conversation. I have some, just good news and positive vibes to share. I'm just gonna wait for a few people to hop on right now, if people do choose to hop on, and yeah. So that's what I'll do. We'll wait for a few seconds here. Okay. So um, I would say the topic of today is as stated, which is just work hard and don't give up. That's like the general message of today. Little Bear, good to see you on. Yeah, thanks for hopping on. So let's see here. You know what? I'm just gonna start diving in. And as people come in, they can come in, and we'll fill them in even more. So just in case anyone's watching this a little bit later. So um, I'll start with what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I went to my best friend's wedding, and that was a really cool moment for me. Um, just imagine your best friend getting married. Like it's crazy. Not to mention, I used to date her actually, so that's a fun little story. But just to clear things up, like just because I dated her doesn't mean that it's awkward or anything like that. I'm very happy for her. We're still, she's still one of my best friends to this day, and it's just super cool because when my friend and I, her name's Vivian, when my friend and I were in high school together, we would all talk like, "Huh, I wonder who's gonna get married first." And it's funny because we didn't think she was gonna be married first. We thought she'd be married second, but she got married first. So that's just super cool to see that whatever 10, 12 years later, um, just to see how like life continues on, and life is interesting. It's uh, when you're younger, when you're in high school, some things you don't really think about. Like for me, I never ever thought about whatever it is, getting married, having kids, things like that. And now I see my friends getting married and soon to hopefully have kids, whatever it is. So that's just really cool. And life is always filled with like ups and downs and stuff like that. All right. What's up, Isaac? Good to see you on, brother. So today, I would say the big message of today is again, it's work hard and don't give up. And um, this message is it's for you, it's for me too. It's for this like for the season in the life that I'm in right now. Um, Little Bear, Isaac, if you've been on, anyone else who watches this later, this past week, or let's say about a week ago, was I was struggling a little bit with just getting focused with what I want to do with my life, getting aligned with like my purpose and everything like that. And I'm very grateful for the past 2 days to be more on track, to know what I want to do, and I'm more in a productive mode where I'm ready to do the work, to you know to essentially live the dream of my life that I'm living right now. I'm very fortunate that my career path gives me the freedom and flexibility to be at home and just do work from home. Because like I don't have to wake up and I don't have to go to a job where I work for someone else. I create my own schedule. But the thing is, like when you work for yourself, you still got to put in the work. You got to push yourself. And for me, for the past 3 4 years, I've been running this business. Um, I've been I don't know doing the parts that I love to do, which is speaking, but I've been holding back of parts or resisting the parts that I didn't want to do, such as actually reaching out and um, you know like making phone calls and things like that to book speaking gigs, because I'm not like if we're talking about impact, like what do I enjoy doing? What I enjoy doing is speaking, but part of the business, part of life is you got to do things that you may not necessarily want to do because it's part of the whole entire business, the whole entire package of life. So do I still love what I do? Absolutely. And I'm grateful that I'm in this mode right now, that now I understand a little bit more. Okay, well, if you love what you do, you gotta love the parts that you don't love to do either. You gotta love the whole thing. So right now, I feel good because I feel like I'm learning to embrace all the different parts of the business. Because just growing up, historically, I never really liked sales. I didn't like having to sell myself or whatever it is. I would just hope like people would just come to me and see, oh my goodness, you have a really awesome product that you're selling. Let me buy it. And to some extent that does work, but if you want to make a sustainable living, you still have to build up to that place, and that's something that I'm still doing. So, going back, it's about like, I guess my message to you or anyone is like, if you have a certain dream or passion that you want to pursue, maybe it's making YouTube videos, making a living, being a streamer, whatever it is, or whatever passion that you have, a musician, an artist. When I say artist, whatever, it could be like an actual artist. I'm not saying that they're actual artists, meaning like a painter, or it could be artists such as even a speaker. As a speaker, we're an artist too, so performer, doesn't matter. Like whatever you want to be, you have the potential and the power to do it. You really do. Like we all do. And it's just, if you're passionate about it, like you just got to put in the work. So first of all, Joe Gamer, good to see you on. Thanks for hopping on. So what I want to talk about right now, by the way, for the people who are just hopping on right now, this is just like a bonus stream. I don't normally stream on Sundays just because it's my day off. But I'm going to keep this short and get to the point, okay? My main message, again, is just work hard, don't give up. Put in the work. Oh, another thing is what I realized, or I was having a good conversation with my brother today, and if you feel like you're young, you're still young, you're still trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. You still want to, you think you still have time, which you absolutely do. You have plenty of time to figure out what you want to do with your life. But one thing that's like, one of those things where like, if you start doing today, like it's going to set you up to win. Like it's almost like you can't fail type of thing. And that thing is building up positive habits. Like if you learn to build up just those positive habits within yourself right now, like I think it really does pay off in the long run. Like I'm looking at my brother, just seeing how young, like how my brother at a young age, when he was in middle school, he started making money already, so middle school, high school, college, today, like he's always had that mindset to not just make money, but to like take responsibility for his life. And so here, let me give you a quick example. Let's talk about eating healthy. Okay. So, and I'll speak from a personal perspective because it's obvious. It's like, we all know if we eat healthier, we're going to live longer. If we unhealthy, we're going to not live as long. Now a lot of us, we like to eat junk food because it tastes good, right? Me too. And the thought is, well, you only live once, or whatever the thought is. You only live once. Enjoy the food. You can always start eating healthier in the future. That's very true. I think the one huge benefit of like starting to build up these little habits of, let's say in this case, eating a little bit healthier, is if you learn to start eating a little bit healthier when you're younger, by the time you get older, you already built in this habit. Like you don't have to think twice about it. You already just do it. And like I'll talk openly about myself and eating. For me, throughout my life, I balanced. There are times where I eat junk food. There's times where I eat healthy. And to me today, like eating healthy is kind of like it's still in the balance mode. It's like sometimes I eat healthy, sometimes I don't. If I were younger and I just grew up eating really super, super clean, whatever, salads and vegetables all the time, all that stuff, and, no junk food, then chances are today, guess what? I want to keep those habits. The good news, as you probably know, is that at any given moment, we have the choice to change our life, to change our habits. So anyway, my main point is like, if you're young, if you're in middle school, high school, or younger, like it's never too early to start building good habits, and those good habits are really going to carry on forward. Okay, so that's what I got. Like, if you want to be successful with your life, like now's a great time to start building up those habits. Okay, cool. That's what I got. Alrighty, Jay Brian, good to see you on. Little Bear says, it's really hard to be older in life. Once you get older, once you get older is adventure. Good and bad things can happen, but no matter what, life is great. I'm sorry if my comment is really dumb. No, that's not a dumb comment. That's awesome. So let's see. It's really hard to be older in life. Is it really hard? You know, I don't know. I agree and I disagree. Okay, that it's harder to be it's hard to be older in life. I will say right now, being a teenager is really tough. Like, teenagers, like, the stuff that you have to go through in life is like, it's crazy. You know, it's like there's so many things that are going on in your life, like so many different emotions. Then you have to deal with getting good grades. You know, whatever problems are happening at home, the crush that you have. You know, like being socially accepted. Like, there's so many different challenges going on as a teenager. So I just think teenagers and adults have different types of challenges. You know, so for me personally, I almost want to say being a teenager was tougher than being an adult. Like, don't get me wrong, being an adult, there are its own challenges. But I just feel like as an adult, you become more wiser, and you have life experiences, stuff like that, and you become more calm. So like you're able to make decisions a little bit more clearly, hopefully. Yeah, but it's gonna vary. Some people, once they become adults, like, they hate it, and it's so hard for them. Other people, they choose to take responsibility of their life, and they make the most of being an adult. And for me, I love being an adult. Why? Because there's a lot more freedom. I could do a lot more things, but part of freedom is responsibility too. It's taking responsibility for your life, and paying the bills, taking care of your own health, everything. So. But I don't know. I think it's great. I still feel like a kid. Yeah, that's all. Life is what you make of it. Life is what you make of it. That's really what it is. Like, I love the age that I'm at right now, 28, because it's like I'm at this cool little space in my life where I get to look around and kind of see all the different places where people are in their own lives. All my friends. And I don't say that in a judgmental way. Some people, in my opinion, there are people that are ahead of me in life, which, again, I'm not comparing here. And there's people who, I don't even want to say they're behind. They're just on a different path. And the point is, like, we all have a choice of which way we want to go with our lives. And yeah, it's like some people took a more standard, typical route, get a stable job. Some people like their jobs. Some people don't like their jobs. Some people don't like their jobs and they do something about it. Some people don't like their jobs, but they keep it because they're too afraid of change. So again, we all have our own lives. We all get to choose what we want to do with our lives. Same goes for me, Yeah. Alrighty. John says, sorry I'm late. You're perfectly okay. I was just mentioning earlier that I don't typically stream on Sundays. The reason why I'm streaming today is because, number one, I feel like it. Number two, yesterday, our Friday, I forgot to mention that yesterday there wasn't going to be a stream because I was at my best friend's wedding. So, yeah, I just decided to do it today. Anathax says, I think all these teenager problems are less worse than adult problems. Hi, by the way. I don't know, like, I mean, if I were to take a step back, objectively, I would say adult problems can be heavier, or like objectively bigger than teenage problems. But the thing is, as a teenager, when you're going through your problems, whatever it is, struggling with your academics, struggling with social pressure, struggling with getting bullied, or struggling with feeling rejected and stuff like that, it oftentimes feels like a really, really big deal. And if it feels like a big deal, then it is a big deal, even though sometimes it's not. But like, the point is, like, mentally, it feels like a big deal. I think it is a big deal. And I just remember me being a teenager, getting rejected by a girl was such a big deal. Like it hurt me so bad. So yeah, I mean, they seem like small little problems, but they're still big problems. It affects you. So that's my thoughts. Yeah. All right. So again, I'm gonna keep this pretty short and to the point. Um, my main thing is like continue to build positive habits for yourself. It doesn't matter what age you are. Now is always a great time to start to build habits. Um, keep pursuing your passion. And for me personally, this weekend was great. Friday was one of the most productive days I've ever had. I put in a lot of work. Yesterday was my friend's wedding. It was like I worked out in the morning. Yeah, I went for a run. Went to my friend's wedding. I went to a concert right after my friend's wedding. Today is another chill day. I allowed myself to chill, and then tomorrow Monday is again. It's another hustle day. It's another. Let's get back to work. Let's start living the dream, the life of my dreams in a way. Like I am already living it, but to sustain it, I get to put in the work. So I'm looking forward to getting back to work tomorrow, and yeah, I'm gonna sign off right now, and I'm actually gonna probably do something work related and just you know keep my dreams alive. That's what I have to say. All right. But whoever's on right now, thank you so much for being on and uh, chilling out, hanging out with me briefly. Okay. I will be on tomorrow at 8 p.m. So I'll see you all then. Yeah, that's all I have to say right now. Okay. People, have a great evening. Have a wonderful Sunday, and sleep well and keep following your passions and your heart's desire. Be awesome. Take care. Bye bye. Good night.